Should you consider dropshipping adult toys? That's what we're going to talk about in this episode. It's Joe and Mike from buildassetsonline.com. And you guys seem to like these product-focused episodes, so we're coming at you with another one. Don't edit that. I don't care. So, is it possible to dropship adult toys? And we actually know someone that did this. So, we know it is possible. And just for clarification, when we talk about dropshipping, we're not talking about the dropshipping from AliExpress or S-Pocket and all that cheap nonsense. We're talking about going from direct from the manufacturer slash supplier to the consumer, and we're talking about expensive items. So when we're talking about adult toys, Mike, we're talking about typically very
cream of the crop.
Yeah, expensive items people are spending thousands of dollars on. And so like one of the things, I don't know, well, the thing that comes to mind is like obviously like dolls.
Right. And not like the blow up ones, like the ones that they friggin' 3D print that look like, whoever. And yeah. So I can imagine those get pretty expensive. Nick, pull that up. I'm just kidding.
Well, let's actually pull up some prices. Let's pull up some prices.
Is it to blur this shit out?
Yeah, maybe don't pull it up. Don't pull it up. Never mind. Anyway, he might have to
just take our word for it. They're expensive.
Why don't you pull it up? Don't show us, but tell us some prices. Okay. So, is it possible to do this? The answer is yes. You can develop a relationship with
someone was doing Google ads.
Really?
He just clicked a Google ad.
That's crazy because you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
So he just really ruined the whole video, Joe, because we were going to talk about typically you can't run ads for these things because they violate Google's terms of service. But
maybe there's a way around it, or maybe
they're just recycling accounts, like breaking the rules over and over. I don't know. But yeah, so right now we got $3.99, 50% off. Elise Blonde Beauty Petite 100 centimeters. $3.99, 43% off. Kaito Ultra Realistic Japanese TPE, 5 sizes, $5.99, 60% off. So these things look. You ever hear like Uncanny Valley? You know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
Uncanny Valley is like when something looks really, really, really realistic, but it's like slightly off to the point that like your mind picks it up and it makes it really spooky.
I don't know what that is.
Well, that's what this strikes me as, because like it looks pretty real, but it's like not. So it's like, in any event, is it possible? I mean, the answer is yes. I mean, right now we're looking at some websites that are doing it. So the question is, can you run ads?
Well, let's leave that as a maybe. I feel like if you do run ads, you are at somewhat of a risk for getting your Google Ads account banned. Wow, our producer Nick is on some crazy websites right now. I wish we could show it on YouTube, but
the tax refund deal.
Well, I guess they're saying because you're going to get a tax refund because it's almost April or whatever, so you might as well get a sex doll with the tax refund.
Yeah, so these are all ranging, in the $500 range. I believe our friend that was doing this, though, he was getting like really expensive ones, and so I don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes with this industry. But the question then leaves, if you can't rely on advertising, how do you get the traffic?
Well, the obvious answer is going to be SEO from organic search results, so there's that. But I believe with this industry, from what we were told about it, there was a lot coming in from like forums and stuff like that as well. So I feel like there is some sort of reputation aspect to it. Wow.
Here we go. Yeah, Nick's got the $1,800, $2,000. Yeah, $2,000. So it's like anime ones.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So like influencer marketing would be a big thing with this.
They have ones that look less of like a person and more like an anime person.
Yeah, there's a lot of like anime ones going on here. So before the show, when we were talking about this, Nick was bringing up a situation in which there was a Twitch person, and they were doing an ASMR video with an adult toy, and it basically went viral. Right. And so, can you imagine the influencer marketing effect that would have if that was, you ship that to them and
Right.
that was, they were promoting your product.
Right. There's got to be a lot of interesting ways to I feel like, there's probably if you were going to run a website like this and say you couldn't run ads, there's probably like a lot of creative ways to promote this in terms of like, some sort of community aspect of people that like this. And, build assets online. Of course, this is a judgment-free zone, but I do want to talk about the customer base for this niche because, that's something to consider if you are going to get into this. And the person that we knew that was in this actually hated his website. He ran it for years, and every time we talked to him, he'd be like, man, like, I hate this website. It's so annoying to run. And a big part of it was due to the customer base. And so there's a couple different scenarios of why that is. Not that they're, bad people or anything, but you might have a guy, he just got his tax refund, and he's like, I'm going to use this to get in a, $2,000 anime toy. But how does he get it? He doesn't want his wife to see it. He doesn't want his kids to see it. So you have to go through this whole rigmarole with customers. Like, can you ship it to this, P.O. box? I'll go pick it up. And so
it's ripe for fraud.
Yes,
is the point here.
Yes. So this would not be an industry that I would go into if I was going to be drop shipping it. Would I make an affiliate site for something like this? Absolutely, I would. And we actually have another site that I haven't put a lot of effort into, but I had a writer put together a sex toy affiliate site for us. I think it made like $80 last month.
Did it?
Yeah, it's focused on Australia, and it's not even focused on like expensive stuff. But I think it's a good. I don't think it's a good drop shipping niche, but I think it's a good high ticket affiliate niche, in my opinion.
Or any level of ticket, right? 'Cause, I mean, people will buy certain things on like Amazon and stuff too, right? Like,
sure. I mean, ideally, you don't want to do it on Amazon, I think, because probably get way higher commissions. There's probably better affiliate programs out there.
True. But I'm just saying, there's probably a lot of as an affiliate website, there's probably a lot of things you can do in this niche, and
not just the dolls, if that's what you're saying.
Right. Whatever, like handcuffs or, the list can go on and on. So, I mean, I would say probably not the best thing to drop ship just because it's all about energy, as we talked about in different videos, not in some sort of Reiki way, but in the sense that your energy can be going from in one thing or it could be going into another thing. So with this, there's really not a lot of potential in that you can't be running the ads. And is it worth wasting your time trying to do all this influencer marketing and all this stuff? And maybe it is, but I don't think it's going to benefit you in the long term because, ideally, we want to give you the tools to go and make like 10 sites, 8 sites if you want to, and apply, what we teach in like multiple different industries. So this type of stuff would be very industry focused with like how you have to go about getting the sales.
Jesus, I wasn't even listening to you, Mike, because I just started.
I know, I could tell you were zoning out looking at something.
I started reading
search results.
These text ads. Did you read these or not
No.
really? No, so I'm not even looking at that one. I'm looking at the one that's 3 down. Talking sex dolls, #1 top quality sex dolls, and it says the most lifelike classic sex robot on the market with smart body and heating functions. She will smile and wink at you, and her lips and mouth are synchronized to her speaking voice.
This is probably like a big thing in Japan.
Yeah, they got those people that live in like their, they live by themselves and don't leave the apartments, right? What are they called?
The pods? I don't know.
No. It's like you know how we would say here, like, oh, they're like a loner or something.
Yeah. I don't know what the name.
It's like a certain cultural thing.
Yeah, there's like a specific Japanese cultural word for these specific types of people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you could speak Japanese, I mean, throw together that affiliate site. Yeah. So I mean, Nick's gonna have to clear his browsing history after this one, but should you do it? Like I said, I think there's better things you can do. You can make money off of it, and I mean, I'm sure you can sell it. So you can build this asset online, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I would consider if it's something that you know about, if this is something that you're like passionate about or something, because again, I think that there's, on the surface of it, you probably think, oh, it's just like a doll or whatever. But there's probably a lot of nuance to it. Like as I'm reading these descriptions, there's probably a lot of features. And that could be, you know what? That could make for an interesting SEO play. Because Nick, go to Google for a second, okay? So we always talk about finding high intent keywords. But so if we type in best, well, actually Google's not going to autocomplete this because it doesn't autocomplete adult stuff. But if we type in best talking space sex doll, it's not going to autocomplete it. But
you probably have to do some guesswork here. But
yeah,
we use modifiers like with.
Well, just type it in anyway. Best talking sex doll.
So talking is the modifier here.
Yeah, talking.
I don't see any SEO results. I mean, there's a bunch of ads. Maybe ads is fair game now.
Yeah, I don't know. Google's like, we can't leave this money on the table.
Right.
There's so many people searching this.
Right. We'll have to message our friend and see what happened with that. You said he still has this.
I mean, I talked to him like a year ago. I don't know.
Yeah, but he was so desperate to not be doing this website that he actually started an AliExpress website. Yeah, which I don't know. That's hustling backwards if I've ever heard of it, but I don't know what the deal is, but I think we're going off the rails at this point.
No, but I think the point I was trying to make, Mike, is I think there are a lot of interesting modifiers.
Right. Talking, with X size breasts. I don't know.
Yeah, then you have all the measurements, like
measurements. You got different skin tones, different anime things.
Yeah.
So I see the wheel spinning, Joe. Are we gonna go in BBW? There you go.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one doesn't get shadow banned. Hopefully I think give this some show in the algorithm.
Well, you know what, Mike? You might think of this as a silly episode, but I feel like once again there are some learnings to take away here because we've highlighted, a bunch of interesting. We always talk about keyword modifiers and how we found just a bunch of keyword modifiers that I think are really legit. Just a few minutes from looking at this.
Right.
Looking at the descriptions that other people are using, the angle to get into the search results. So,
yeah. And I think maybe as a takeaway for anyone, if you're in an industry or you're selling a product that is highly customizable, then there is a lot of opportunity for different SEO things, whether it's making collection pages or articles, because there's going to be a wide range of modifications that can happen. And so a lot of those things can wind up being, very, very low competition.
Absolutely, absolutely. So to wrap up, should you do it? I don't think so. I don't recommend you do this. I feel like this is the first one where we're walking away where we're like,
Yeah, I would want some more clarification on the Google Ads side of it, but even just with the customer thing, it's not worth it because you don't want to get chargebacks, and that's like the worst thing to deal with. So just do something.
Yeah, that was another thing that was happening. The customer would just get upset, if the shipping was wrong or, they would just get.
I didn't buy this. Yeah, like the wife is like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fraud.
The wife sees it on the credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fraud. Call the credit card company. So, there you go.
All right. If you want to know how we build our online website portfolio, you guys probably already know where to go by now. buildassetsonline.com/playbook. Get the free web class, and hope you enjoyed yet another episode.
Take it easy.